This is our presentation. Thank you for being here. Renascer project brings back all websites at Arquivo.pt. Renascer is a Portuguese word, rebirth, born again, birth again. So for all the websites to recover, to be recovered, and mostly, and the most important, accessible. Okay, let's go. This is Arquivo.pt, accessible at Arquivo.pt, publicly available, and this is our card. I already showed this, but we are a public service from the Portuguese government of the Ministry of Science, a service for researchers and also for citizens. So we must show it usefulness to be sustainable. That's why we created services useful for organizations and people. Okay. The goal of this presentation is to show how Arquivo.pt created a new service for the community and started by doing internal advocacy. This buzzword, that is so important at our organization. This is only the agenda. I will start what's happened to all the websites in organization. I think you already know the answer. That's why we created Renascer, and how we started doing internal advocacy, but we keep going to external dissemination, offering a new service, namely Arquivo.pt Memorial. Okay. This is a Portuguese website about the electronic vote. In 2004, in Portugal, they tried. In 2003, they have tried if the electronic vote could be an alternative to the physical and on-paper vote to election. And I found a lot when I was preparing this presentation, because I found in Portugal this is the third trying, and in other countries in the world they try also. In Holland, in Netherlands, in the Netherlands, and in Brazil, for example, they use electronic vote. So this is an important question that is documented on this old website, 2004. Interesting, I think. But in 2008, the organization who maintained this website kept all the content that was in that domain. Okay. And then in 2023, within this project, Renascer, we brought back the website votoeletronico.pt. This is the appearance. People navigate on Google, enter, and by clicking, access the historical version. Okay. I will show you this later, but I want to ask you, why organizations keep their website domains? In this case, a website finished. Simply forgetting. Organizations have a lot of websites, a lot of domains. Sometimes they forget their domains. For future use, who knows if in future we can vote electronically in Portugal. And the third, for security reasons. Vasco will explain why it is important for organization always maintain the domain they created. This is an example of the Harvard Medical School, Portugal. This school maintains the domain. You go on Google, you search this domain, it's there, but it's pointing to the web server, Microsoft web server. Okay, the Windows web server. Why? This could be better if they pointed to an historical version, because this is pointing to a real server, and this is dangerous. Okay. Not secure doing this. This is not enough. Okay. Vasco will explain how we did this.
So, how our website's reborn. It all starts with a service called Memorial at Arquivo.pt, which Ricardo will later on explain more deeply. But in essence, the Memorial service is a service we provide to organizations that have old websites that they are not maintaining but are still live. And so what we do is they contact us and we archive their websites thoroughly, and then they point their domain towards us, towards Arquivo.pt Memorial, and they can shut down their servers knowing that the website is still up and the information is still accessible. In this case, the Renascer project, Rebirth project, we thought, why do we only do this with sites that are in the end of their lives and not also with sites that have already been shut down for several years? And so this is what we did. For example, for this votoelectronic.pt, the owners still had their domain, and so they could redirect the domain to us, and now the website is still accessible. Keeping it this way allows you to, for Google searches and other indexers, to still find your website even if it is on the Arquivo.pt Memorial service. Yeah, as you can see on this on this GIF. Yeah, and the content is still fully accessible. So what do we need to do? It is really simple. It's just for the technical people, it's just a small code for the DNS section, and we take care of everything else on our end. And also, it's not just the homepage. Any link that points, in this case, votoelectronic/documentation/index, any link will point towards Arquivo.pt and to the corresponding version, to the corresponding page. So everything is still fully functional. And so how did we do this, and how does internal advocacy enters this big picture? So we started by identifying in our organizations websites that had ceased to be, and that we could bring back, and we identified 11 of them. And we started by putting those up, and since we had the domain, so it was easy for us to simply redirect everything to the Arquivo.pt Memorial. And so all of these 11 websites are now on the Memorial, and you can find the full list of websites that we have on the Memorial at Arquivo.pt/memorial. This is a security concern. This might have been asked by us by a particular university, which is we have hundreds of websites developed using totally obsolete frameworks. Can you help us? Maintaining old websites or keeping old websites but not properly maintaining them can be a huge security risk because often people don't update the servers because they are afraid that things will break down, and the security exploits that have been found are not patched, and they compromise the entire infrastructure by having these endpoints exposed. And by having us serve their websites, they eliminate that risk.
Okay, we are in time to explain more deeply how this work using the memorial, the service of redirection for Projeto Renascer, all websites redirect. Okay, I will tell you the case of this research project at the University of Lisbon. This is a website about the site web project Minema. This is a European project about technology, information technologies. Okay, Minema. This is the website that is in memorial. We can access this thanks to memorial service. The program ended in 2009 and stay on the servers of the university for 10 years, exposed to many dangers on the internet. This is a nightmare for the IT team of the university and also for the organization. Fixed costs, energy consumption, CO2 emissions. This is a strong argument now, and security vulnerabilities. Okay, this is not easy because even there is obvious that there are a lot of danger. Managers are very reluctant to transfer the content of these websites outside the university. This is a real message that we received. So we need to do internal advocacy, but also external advocacy showing this. Okay. The memorial advantages reduces ecological footprint, reduces maintenance costs, and reduces security threats to the institutions. This is a strong argument, mostly because last year some Portuguese university were attacked. So the argument is each more strong. So this is another demo of this work. You click, you find this on Google, and you access all the content. This is very simple to explain to the team work at the universities. Okay, nice, and you can navigate. This is different than another backups, but this is complementary. Organizations should do their own backups because web archiving is always complementary. People have high expectations about web archiving, and we should explain well why this is useful for some sites and for others are not. Conclusions: Web Archives has a set of useful services to the community, and this is our future. The issue of cybersecurity is crucial, and Web Archives can help. Internal advocacy and external dissemination is needed. Apply to the Portuguese, the Arquivo.pt award, explore our services, be free to do that. The President of Portugal supports this. Thank you for hearing us. Contact us and subscribe.